Good morning. My name is Engineer Piyush Pandey. Welcome to today's session of Motivational Skills, and the topic for today's discussion is the criteria of call transfer. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the time during the daytime, during official working hours, and even during night working hours, there are situations wherein we have to attend large number of calls. If we are able to resolve the query of the customer there and then, that is fine. But if the call is not for our own specific department, we need to transfer that call. We need to transfer that call to some appropriate department so that the query of the customer can be thoroughly resolved. But what is the appropriate criteria of transferring a call professionally? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, if you are not able to resolve the query of the customer, definitely you will forward the call to some other department that can help that customer in a better way as compared to you. But still, there is a professional criteria of thoroughly transferring the call of the customer in a proper way, in a professional way. What is that criteria? Let me show you something. Please have a look at this chart, ladies and gentlemen. It clearly indicates criteria of call transfer, and the number one step here is explain why. When you are not able to resolve the query of the customer and you transfer the call, the very first thing that you need to do is you need to explain that why at the very first place you are transferring the call. Why at the very first place you are transferring the call. Explain to the customer that what type of query he actually has and what is the appropriate department that can solve the query of the customer, and that's why you are transferring the call. Second point is take permission. Now, ladies and gentlemen, according to your professional atmosphere, you have understood that yes, I am not able to solve this query. There is some other department that can solve the query of the customer in a better way. Let me transfer the call. But you need to take initial permission also from the customer, that whether the customer is willing for call transfer or not. Sometimes customers are very busy. They are very busy. They want resolution there and then. That's why they feel that someone whom they have called, only that person should resolve the query there and then, and that's all. That's why you initially need to take permission of the customer, and if customer is not willing to give you permission, in that case also you need to thoroughly explain to the customer that you are not the appropriate person who can resolve his query. And as an honorable employee of the company, as a responsible employee of the company, it is your responsibility to resolve the query of the customer amicably. That's why you are transferring the call of the customer to the most appropriate department, and that's why customer should be happy that you are providing him an appropriate resolution. Third point is wait for an answer. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, now you have taken permission of the customer, but unless the customer gives you approval, there is no meaning in transferring the call. Wait for customer's approval. That is very crucial. There is a possibility that customer might say that, okay, currently I am not in position for handling this call transfer. I am busy with some other thing. I will call you later. In that case, instead of forcing the customer for call transfer, you say that, okay sir, okay ma'am, whatever you prefer, I will go with that. If you want to call me at some other time, definitely you can call me. And moreover, you don't need to worry about this. I will call you back. I will call you back. You please give me some time. You give me a proper time in which I can call you back. So that is the criteria of handling this situation. Waiting for an answer. If the customer is not willing to accept this call transfer, please do not force customer. Tell him that you will call him back at some other appropriate time, according to his priority. Fourth point is make an introduction. Now you are transferring the call. The customer has accepted call transfer. Before transferring the call, you need to tell the customer that to which department the call has been transferred. When you connect over there, you need to tell the customer the name of the person who will be dealing with the customer, and then you need to tell the other person also all the necessary details of the customer and why the call has been transferred to his department. If you do this, customer and the person who will be handling the call, both these people will become fully aware of each other. Both these people will be fully aware of the problem of the customer. This is very important. Make an introduction. This is an initial introduction that you make of the customer to the candidate to whom you are transferring the call. Fifth point is complete the call transfer. Now, what is the process of completing the call transfer? What is the process of completing the call transfer? Okay, you transfer the call, you talk to the other representative, all the details of the customer and why this call transfer was necessary. And you have told the customer that, okay, now this second representative of my organization, he will resolve your query. At the end, you need to thank the customer. Thank you very much, sir, ma'am, for calling us. Have a great day. This is known as the proper way of completing the transfer. Now, since the transfer has been done, of course, the other person will deal with the customer, but you need to greet the customer that, thank you, sir, ma'am, for calling to this department. If there is anything else that I can help you with, you can please call me again. This is known as completing the transfer. I would like to repeat these steps again, ladies and gentlemen. Criteria of call transfer. If you want to transfer the call, explain why. First of all, you tell the customer that why you are transferring the call. Second is take permission. If the customer is not willing for call transfer, please do not initiate. Third point is wait for an answer. If the customer approves call transfer, only then you move ahead with call transfer, otherwise not. Everything should be done according to customer's permission and not according to your own will. Fourth point is make an introduction. Now, the department where you have called, you need to make initial introduction of the customer and his query to the representative of that department, and you need to make initial introduction of the department to the customer also. Fifth point is complete the transfer. Once you have transferred the call, you thank the customer for calling to your department and then you transfer the call. The final thank you is necessary. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are the criteria of transferring the call. In many situations, we face certain customers whom we are not able to understand appropriately just because the query that they are talking about, it is not the part of our department. And as the representatives of the organization, we are not only supposed to concentrate on our own specific task and ignore rest other departments. If the customer says that he is having problem in some department to which you do not belong, as a thorough professional, as an honest professional, it is your responsibility to transfer the call of the customer on immediate basis to the concerned department, because the whole sole criteria of being a good professional is resolving the query of the customer properly, and that's all. Doesn't matter which department resolves the query, doesn't matter how the query gets resolved. The main thing, the main target is resolution of query of the customer, and that's all, nothing else. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you loved my today's video. Please subscribe my channel, ER Piyush Pandey, Trainer, BTech MBA. And please press the bell icon for constant updates. Thank you very much. Have a great day.